What up, people? Hi. Hey, everybody. Everybody doing all right? Sean here. It is SPJ Live again. God damn, what a day it's been. Oh, guys, let me tell you, it has not been the easiest day today. Been trying to shoot some demos. I'm kind of under the gun because I just got delayed with everything going on this week. We're trying to finish up some house projects. My wife's cousin's coming into town and we're going to be seeing her, so want to get it done before she arrives. And I just want to finish these things before she arrives so that they're done. Been working on videos and just so much going on today. It's just, ugh. Up until like maybe 15 minutes ago, I was trying to finish shooting another video and it did not go well. So I think this is actually the first time this week that I've actually played guitar for just like, you know, pure enjoyment, I guess. But I feel all kinds of out of it. It's like some of the mojo's there, but it's not very much. It's like I had a moment during the recording of the last video where it was just like, this doesn't sound as good as it should. And I was trying to get it done, but I should have just stopped. And I should have just stopped. I really should have. But we'll make up for it, you know? Tune up this guitar. How are you guys doing? How about you? Let's talk about you. How are you guys doing? See who we got in the chat. See some of the usual suspects, of course. Riley is here, Ben is here, Brian, Terry, and of course, Mr. Trouble himself, Albus, Aaron. I'm kidding. I think Mr. Trouble is Quentin, but we won't tell him. We won't tell him that I called you that. Bent Tom in the house. What's up, buddy? See if we can get some more people in here. Brian's been trying to do some demos and has a whole new respect for what I do. Well, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. Yeah, doing demos is, especially this week, it's not been the easiest thing to do. ZD351. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. I do not recognize your screen name. I don't know if you've been here before, but if you have, well, welcome back. If you have not, welcome. All right, well, welcome. Glad to have you here for your first time. Cheers to that. Good hair day? Nah, that's quarantine no haircut. I wouldn't really call it a good hair day. Ben says, I always have good hair days. That's nice to know. Sometimes I don't feel like I have those. Terry says, I percolated coffee almost as good as French press coffee. Indeed. Ben, I haven't had long hair since, I think the longest my hair ever was when I was a junior in high school. It went down to, like, here. Well, I guess, yeah, any day with hair is a good hair day. Good stuff. My bangs are almost shoulder length and my other hair is just getting past my shoulders. You know what I'm talking? Oh boy. I don't remember the little descending run I just did. I never remember anything from when I noodle. You know, that's right. It will be on video and I can relearn it if I need to. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh. I was kind of hoping this would be a reward beer for working hard today, but instead it's a ease the frustrations of a not so successful day beer. Terry's been playing 7-string. All right, catching on to it in standard E with B tuning. That's yeah. When you first get into playing a 7-string, it's best to just leave it in standard. Start like getting used to that and then just going on from there. Couldn't have been that frustrating or you'd have poured the whiskey. I'm going to try to attempt to do more work after this. I'm not going to be shooting anything, but at the very least I need to do some experimenting. So I need to have my wits about me within reason. What Ben says, never drink whiskey before shooting. Sounds like it's becoming 2 cups a day for me. Yeah, it's already at that point. I'm at the point where it's 2 cups in the morning and then an iced coffee in the afternoon. It's where I'm at right now. 9 people watching. Welcome. And back down to 7. And now up to 9 again. I hate this. What is next Friday? Whose birthday stream is it? Ah, it's Ben's birthday live stream. I see. So we're all gonna do like a hangout, and we're all going to get drunk as this thing goes on, right? Damn it! It's getting there. It's getting there. All right, we're 15 minutes in. 9 people watching. I think we can kind of get into the meat potatoes of some of the thing, sort of the main bulk of what it was that I wanted to do today on the show. I've been having a yeah. Thanks for the thumbs down, asshole. Anyway, so kind of want to get into this meat and potatoes of the live show, because I've been thinking about some things, and I like you guys, and you guys regularly are the ones who tune in every week, and we're talking guitar and all that good stuff and other things. But there's been some thoughts about, at least in my head, about the way things are with YouTubing and the way that content is right now with everything going on in the world. You know, we're dealing with COVID-19 right now. We're still all, you know, sheltering in place. You know, LA County is now at basically shelter in place orders until July, and it's getting to the point where a lot of us are starting to lose our heads, and things are not as great as people might want them to be. You know, we're getting bombarded with things in the news, and, you know, I'm looking at what I'm doing and wondering, you know, what is it contributing to everything and whatnot. Ah, there we go. There's Laz. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. Just finished picking up the pieces from my disastrous live stream. Well, you're here now, so welcome here. Happy to have you, Laz. So I've been mulling over some thoughts about, yeah, what Ben said. YouTube was down earlier today. I've been trying to consider where my stuff stands in the whole, like, hierarchy or whatever is going on, or whatever you consider it, in terms of what this channel is doing and what it's giving to you guys in return for your subscription and your viewership. Trying to think about things in terms of really better serving you all during this time. And I think a lot of it definitely got on my mind today, as, you know, just the day wore on and it was difficult to get work done. Didn't feel like I was doing my best work. And in a way, just kind of overall thinking about the way that I was doing it. And, you know, I've been doing this now seriously for the better part of 6 years. And in a way, it kind of feels like what I'm doing is, like, not necessary. Even though I've been told a lot of people think that what I do is necessary, it doesn't really feel that way. I've been uploading demos every week since all these quarantines started, and I put them up and people kind of see them, but a lot of the most recent ones just don't have their statistics don't justify the work. And especially since the last chunk of them only one has, been something that I actually earned any money on. Which, of course, right now, since I still am open for business as it is, um, I'm just not, AdSense revenue from Google is not working, and because they're paying out less as the algorithm does its stupid shit. And then, the views are a couple hundred, maybe. Where I started the year out pretty strong with the string of videos that were doing really well and that I was really proud of. Now I'm getting to this moment in my YouTubing life where it just doesn't, demos don't feel that fun anymore. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, Laz, no, you definitely should keep at it, and I'm certainly going to keep at it too. Tony Harden. How you doing, Tony? Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Join the conversation. So, how do I put this? Demos to me now feel very unimportant. And as Brian just put up, it's been constant live streams. I feel like at this point, there's so many live streams going on right now that very few ever end up feeling worth watching. Ben does a really good job of having people on and talking to people and encouraging conversation and whatnot. Of course, I've been on Ben's channel. Ben, I need to have you on sometime. Maybe we'll do that next week, depending on how your schedule works. But how many tone points on my Stratocaster do I get if I switch a 12A7 with a 12A7? Oh, what's up, Dakota? Good to see you, buddy. How many tone points do you get? You're decreasing the gain in the tube, so you get less tone points, loser. Anyway, man. All right, Ben, let's do it. Let's talk after the show, and we'll work something out. But Ben does a really good job with his live streams. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get sick of the constant notifications of live streams and live stream concerts. I think about the third week of the quarantine here in California, in one day I got 20 notifications that somebody was going live and they were all doing a streaming concert. One of the things that I've been asked over the course of this whole thing, and one of the things that I've toyed with, is whether or not my band Cockeyed Optimist is going to do a live stream concert. And I wasn't really at this point, oh, Diego, what up, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, that warms my heart. Diego is an old friend from MI, and he just did a super chat of $3, buddy. Fist bump right there for you. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. But the thing about these live streams, and one of the reasons why, wow, there's a lot of new people showing up. Grim Dixie right now. We have Michael Maslowski. Keep it up. You've been turning my attention to Jennings Guitars, just putting it out there. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. No, I'm happy to do this stuff, but it just feels like right now, what's the real value of what I'm doing? So I'm wrestling a lot with these different things that I want to do and just not a whole lot of time to do it. And in honesty, demos are starting to get just really boring to do. Going over features and this, that, and the other, it's fine. Fine. Whatever. It's whatever. Demos, but I've been putting out demos, but nobody's watching them. At least, most of you guys probably are, but outside of that, I work really hard to promote them and nobody's watching them. So are demos even really necessary right now? I don't even know. So one of the things I was wrestling with is how am I going to do better for everybody that watches the videos on this channel during this whole COVID crisis, as people are calling it. Personally, today I was shooting a video with the orange terror stamp, and as much as I like it, just the audio and me were not gelling. So after this, I'm going to get back on to working on the audio and trying to get it to where I feel like the audio really helps my playing come across better. But the thing that I was going to do for the terror stamp video is I put together this pedal board. You guys may have seen a brief live, not a live, a time lapse build of this pedal board. So I put all these together as a way to show off a sort of contextual use of the terror stamp. And it was just going to be one portion of the video. But I feel like now just the one portion I was trying to shoot today, it's just like, you know, I don't even know if that's really what I want it to be, you know, because I have so much more fun with the terror stamp within the context of this setup, you know. Got a fuzz, got a chorus, got a compressor, a drive, a distortion, a delay, and a verb. Put that all into the terror stamp, and this is like a really fucking awesome little guitar rig. So as much as I wanted this to just be a portion of the video, after today I'm almost like I'd rather it just be the whole video, because in and of itself we could spend like 15 minutes playing around with these pedals and the terror stamp and getting a bunch of different sounds with it. Was playing it the other day and it was just like, wow, this is good stuff. So, you know, I'm thinking about changing it up for that, and I feel like if I'm actually having fun, you guys will have more fun too. I just want to go up in the chat because a lot of you guys are making some pretty good comments, so I want to make sure that I touch on them. Let's see. There, Diego. Miss you too, buddy. Yep. Phil Mosley is another guy who decided to ditch YouTube. I think he felt the same as you. Yeah, I haven't seen Phil Mosley recently, but I don't think I'm at this point where I'm gonna ditch it, because I can't ditch it. I've been working too hard and too long on it to ditch it. But I will say it's definitely a cause for, do I change up the way that I do things? So that's one thing. ZD351, for me, live streams are about the person hosting and interaction in the chat. Yeah, definitely. If you're not interacting with the audience on a live stream, because obviously there's a chat there for a reason, it's kind of like, what's the point? And let's see. Grim Dixie, thanks for the awesome pedal demos. I don't know what you want to do. Maybe bungee jumping. That's funny. But thanks, Grim. I appreciate that. Ben right there. Demos are hit or miss these days, especially pedals. Guitar demo views are up for me, though. Well, I got a couple guitars, so I'll be able to shoot those, but I'm not going to be able... And I have 4 guitar demos in the can right now that are just waiting to go up. So you guys will probably be seeing the first one of those this Saturday, if I had to assume. Let's see. Albus is saying, I've said it before, the personality matters the most to me. It's a way to connect with other like-minded music nerds. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Terry's saying that Shane from In the Blues decided some time ago to scale back the amount of pedal demos, as like you notice there's a select amount of traffic to pedal demos. Well, Terry, I feel like now is really the point where the pedal demo traffic isn't as good as it should be. But you know, that could very well change over the course of the next few months. I just find right now it's really hard, even with the amount of work that I put in to try to put eyeballs on them, that people watch them. So, you know. Laz was looking at YouTube as a place to socialize, make friends in the music business in hopes of collaborating with them. That's true. How many pedals? Brian has a good point. How many pedals can I buy? I'm going broke just buying pedals from friends that build pedals. Yep, I understand that. I definitely understand that. Ah, God, this keeps jumping all over on me. Graham almost bought the Terra stamp yesterday. Bought a Jackson Dinky with Fishman Fluence pickups instead. Not a bad purchase. That's a good one. If you set the Ghost Ridge to reverb, turn on the fuzz and the D1, and you got my sound 90% of the time. Yep, that's probably going to be the case of it. Michael with a good pedal reviews require a lot of work, so I'm hearing you. Plus, the viewer needs to be favorably disposed to a particular pedal to begin with. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do work hard on them, and I try to have them be something that a lot of people will be able to get something out of, no matter, you know, what their style is. But it's a lot of work. That's my funk shit up rig. Okay, Ghost Ridge to Hall. Yeah, the Hall reverb on the Ghost Ridge is really good. Yeah, Laz, you know, my channel for the first 3 years didn't get over 1,000 subscribers, but once I went to GitCon, and that whole event got me over that hump, then the channel started growing a little bit better. It's not going to grow if you don't put in the work, but it takes a lot of work to get it to that 1,000 subscriber point. Brian's saying, have fun. Indeed. I'm trying at this point, you know? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Laz has a good point building off of ZD. Live streams are about the hang and then interviews and interaction. That's what I'm trying to do, you know? Well, Tony, I don't know why your profile pic isn't showing up, but I'm not gonna say you're ugly, and I'm not gonna say you're hot. So, you know, maybe the mystery is really where we should just leave it. I don't know. Get drunk, get high, and just get on here and let the good times roll. Well, at least one of those things is working out. We're having some lag. I just shut off my cell antenna and whatnot, so maybe we'll have a little bit smoother stream from here on out. I'm just trying to get to 100 subs. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. Laz, thank you for the super chat. I love your pedal demos. I hope you can find a way to make them easier so you can do more, like deathmatch style. Yeah, dude, I love Stompbox Smackdown, and I want to do more of them. That's actually what I want to be doing more often than not these days. But because they require so much work and so much time to get done, and they don't pay anything, you know, I'll say this, if I had more patrons on Patreon, whether it was at, you know, any tier on the Patreon, if I had more patrons and was getting at least, I would say, this is gonna sound steep, but if I were getting at least $100 a month from just generated off of Patreon, so that it regularly was a thing that I could depend on every single month. If I was getting like $100 off of the Patreon every month, then I definitely feel like that cost would justify doing one a month. But at this point, I have to reach out to companies and get paying work through them in order to finance doing all those stuff, all those, you know, those deathmatch style ones that I love so much. Hey, PJ and the Beard in the house. How you doing, PJ? And/or the Beard? Thanks for joining in. Yes, Laz, you are a patron. You are indeed a patron. Yeah, Ben, you gotta have videos. Otherwise, nobody's gonna Nobody's going to be coming back. So yeah, that's just one of the things that some of the things that have been on my mind. Well, this one thing has been on my mind is just this idea of what's really valuable content these days, because the way life is right now is so different than normal. Ah, Gillis DeBilio, what's going on, buddy? Grim is wondering how you YouTube guys get all these products to demo. And as Ben just said, it's all about reaching out to the companies. Oh, when you started, did you just demo your personal equipment? Yeah. If you go to the first, like, 2 seasons of Stompbox Saturday, even into the third as well, all of it was my own stuff. With the exception of maybe 1 or 2 videos per season. It was all my own stuff. I didn't get any pedal other than maybe a couple here and there that was sent to me and was my payment for doing a video. Now it's different, where I have established relationships with companies. I'm sitting on a lot of pedals that I can, demo right now, but it's, not all of them pay, some of them do. And at this point, I have to prioritize doing paid video work over doing non-paid video work. So, that is how you really get started, is by demoing your own stuff. The first demo I ever did was my Rock Reverb 100, which you're hearing right now. So yeah, that's one thing. Phil McKnight was talking about the pitfalls of the demo thing. You get sent stuff, takes lots of time, but gets little for it. Indeed. And the only way that you can get something for it is when your channel gets to a point where it's so big. I'm at 6.34 thousand subscribers, which is nothing to sneeze at, and is something that I'm very appreciative of. But when you start getting into like that 5 figure, then you sort of reach what they call critical mass, and your channel is just able to grow kind of just based off what you've already done and just keep going and going. And I find right now that my channel is slowly getting to that point because of the older content that I've done. I'm getting a lot of comments recently on older videos. So Terry has a good point. That's the problem with YouTube. You can't get manufacturers to provide product unless you're popular, and if you can't bring in some income from content. Yeah. Man, the good thing for me, and I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it as I, keep growing this channel. The thing that really helped me in the beginning was when I was starting the channel and really seriously starting to do it, I was doing my channel, but I was working in the industry. I was someone who actually wasn't there trying to get free stuff from people. It was, I worked for a company, I had a position with a company, and we were colleagues. So when I was coming to these guys at, like, at NAMM shows or reaching out to them via email, it was always a little easier to start these friendships and these relationships because we worked in the same industry. When I got in touch with the guys at Walrus Audio, for example, it was because it was the year that I was working with Victory Amps at the NAMM show. And so Walrus was directly across the aisle from Victory Amps that year at the NAMM show. So I met Colt, I met Jason, and I actually overheard Colt say his email address to someone and just was like, shot in the dark, I'm gonna try it. They sent me a pedal, they liked it, and so boom, the relationship started. And to this day, if there's a new Walrus Audio pedal coming out, I am gonna be doing a video for it. And great for me because not only are they making great pedals, but our relationship has grown to the point where they see enough value in what I do that they'll actually pay me money to make the video and let me say what I want to say about it. You've been doing this music thing for years. Teach us things about it. Well, Brian, that's a loaded request because this is man, how do I put this? The industry is always changing. And what works this year won't necessarily work next year. There are certain things that will work, but then other things that next year won't work. There are certain established conventions that will always work. So maybe we'll talk about stuff like that. I'm gonna break the switch. I'll pay even more in Patreon for that kind of content. Okay, so who wants to actually know stuff about surviving in the music business? I'll let all your responses come in. So who actually wants to learn stuff about surviving and being something in the music business? ZD, the music business is alive. You just have to know how to survive in it. So one of the other things that I've been thinking about is when I don't see a lot of new products coming out because of COVID-19 for the rest of the year. So what I'm thinking is, come the summertime, shifting a lot of the content focus, moving away from demos for a while and doing more applications, doing more situations, doing things a little bit differently, still related to guitar, still related to gear, but not focusing on like, hey, I just got this new pedal. Want to hear me do bleep bloop with a couple notes? Bleep bloop, bleep bloop. You know, a little more say, hey, this is a pedal board that I throw together if I want to do like some nice ambient stuff. Or I'm a classic rock band and here's my classic rock pedal board. So we're talking about musical instrument industry, or are we talking about music industry here? Yes, the calendar's back, at least for this week. Grim, I do have a DoD Carcosa. I haven't used it in a very long time, but I do have it. I'm actually borrowing it from a friend. Grim, maybe I'll play it next week. I don't have a power supply handy, and it's in the other room, and I don't want any dead air going on. So yeah, that's just a couple things that I've been thinking about. Wanting to do more for you guys, do better for you guys, especially right now. Just, demos are kind of boring to me anyway these days, and I just want to do something a little bit more fun. Change up the presentation a little bit maybe, but also just do some content that's actually going to help us get through this time, rather than convince you guys to spend money. Which I wouldn't say that I usually convince you guys to spend your money. I'm just more trying to give you an educated opinion about where you should be spending your money. Ah, thanks, Grim. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Well, Aaron's wearing Gryffindor boxers. That should tell you all you need to know. Do more guitar, amp demos, music theory stuff that you can do easily and for good, quick content. Problem is, I just don't get enough amps and guitars in to really do all that much. I'm hoping to get more. I've got 2 guitars from Epiphone and Kramer that I can do stuff on. But it's just finding the time to fit all these in. Grim's asking what my favorite style of music is. I just usually always say rock in all its many forms because that's what got me into playing guitar anyway. But I love jazz. I love blues, all that stuff. Ah, Map Guitar's in the house. He can help with that. That's right. There will be more guitars coming. Mike, I need to send you the new links for the videos. They are up now. I will send them after this is done. By the way, there's an awesome video that Mike from Map Guitars and I did together at his shop in Livermore that's on the channel right now and doesn't get enough love. It's a fun video, so please go on the channel after this is done and give that a look. It is a really fun video. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Aaron listened to the episode of Get Offset I was on the other day. Yeah, that was fun. As much as I get heated every time I talk about the whole gig worker bill here in California, it was good to talk with them about it. Good to help kind of encourage the conversation a little bit because there's just not enough chatter about it. Yeah, what Map Guitars just said. It's a drinking. Take a drink every time he says But dude, it's still a fun video. Go check it out. Honestly, Aaron, if you're gonna go check out the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, go to the one in Florida. Just go to the one in Florida. Of course, there's a lot more to do in California outside of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando is better than the one in Hollywood. Grim Dixie is asking if I've tried Fuzz Lord effects. I have not. Oh, Aaron, it was a wicked little jam. Indeed was. And Grim, no, I didn't have any chorus. Just cleaned up the dirty sound, single coil pickup on the Telecaster, or the Navigator, the Jennings. Change it up a little bit. Same riff, same basic idea, just a little bit of different flow. Flirty. Grim is asking what amp I'm playing through. Well, I got my Rock Reverb 100, which is what I use for 95% of what I do. I was running into the Boss Waza Tube Amp Expander, that little guy right there. That is doing all the reverb, all the delay, and the speaker simulation, and that's going direct into my studio interface, out the monitors, and it's getting picked up by the microphone on my phone. That's what you're hearing. The Boss is fancy. If you haven't seen the 2 videos I did on it on the channel, after this is done, check them out, as I go over everything with them. All right. Well, the beer's done, so that means that it's about that time. It's been cool to hang out with you guys. Definitely felt a lot better than I did when I got this started. I'm really I'm really happy that you guys joined me here and you guys were a part of the conversation. My takeaway from just being able to tell you guys some of this stuff is that there are some things that you guys would like to know about the biz and about either musical instruments or the greater music business. Thank you so much to Laz and Diego for handing over the super chats. That was really cool of you guys to do. It makes me feel really good about it. Anytime I get a super chat, it's a big old occasion for me because I don't get them all the time. And as I said to you guys, Patreon is a big help right now. If we can get those patron numbers up, there's $1 tier, there's more expensive tiers. Go check out the Patreon if you feel like helping support the channel during this time. If you've been enjoying the content, that's a great way to do it. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. If you haven't turned on notifications for the videos, please turn on notifications because there's been some weird stuff going on with the way that the content has been rolling out. So I think if you turn on the notifications, you won't miss anything. There is more stuff going up on the channel. Of course, this week we're not going to have a new episode of Stompbox Saturday, but instead we're going to have a very special video related to acoustic guitars. I think you guys are going to really like this next series. It's been one that I'm very excited about. I've really enjoyed making them, and I think you guys will enjoy them as well. So please subscribe, turn on some notifications, go check out the Patreon, help support the channel, keep it going. The more patrons we have, the more I can do the fun content, and the more I can do stuff that you guys actually want to know about, and I don't have to keep demoing pedal after pedal, even though that's fun for me. But even so, it's been awesome having you guys here. I hope you guys all have a good week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. The calendar will be there, I think. Anyway, Sean Pierce Johnson here, signing off, wishing you all great tone, good health, and happy stomping. I'll see you all next week. Have a good night, friends.